Hi, I'm Jesus Lopez.
And I'm Ivy Leaf.
Welcome to this special communication showcase edition of Newscene.
Newscene is a 30-minute weekly television news broadcast produced by students here at City College.
The Emmy-winning newscast has alumni working in every television news station in the city.
Incredible, and plenty more have transferred to four-year universities all over the country.
That's great. The Newscene crew is enrolled in RTVF classes starting with 145, and many are working towards an associate degree for transfer.
With each semester, students gain more hands-on experience in our state-of-the-art on-campus studio.
On today's show, Yakira Delgadillo reports on the heartbreaking conditions of women and children in Venezuela.
And Jesus tells us the story of people on the ground impacted by the Senate's refusal to send adequate aid to Puerto Rico.
And Edgar Yukovich has a preview of the City College production of Heathers, the musical.
And it's exciting. Take a look.
Now imagine, within seconds, an entire nation completely blacked out. That's exactly what happened in Venezuela over a month ago. And now the people who are suffering the most are the ones in hospital beds, holding on to their lives.
Labs and medical equipment have been out of operation for months, and now the blackout has worsened their situation. There is no sanitation, no water, little power, and shortages in medicine and supplies. In the U.S., Venezuelan nationals cannot imagine the patient suffering. Roberta Hurtado worries about the fate of Venezuelans. She says her home country needs peaceful intervention for those in need.
I do think that there does need to be continued aid being sent into the country, and I do wish that there was more intervention on part of the UN.
Dr. Alejandro Crespo was fired, and authorities attempted to arrest him after he met with the UN to bring attention to those conditions.
Ask the mothers, and they're not gonna lie to you. They have their kids dying in a hospital bed because of lack of medicine, and they can do nothing.
Parents in Venezuela plead for the health of their children as the political conflict in the nation continues.
The Red Cross announced that it was given permission by Nicolás Maduro and Juan Guaidó to implement a relief campaign in Venezuela, which is expected to ease the humanitarian crisis in the nation. For Newscene, Yakira Delgadillo.
The U.S. Senate is unable to create a hurricane relief package for the island of Puerto Rico. Democrats asked to fully fund recovery, saying the island is in a financial and economic crisis. But Republicans, as well as Trump, criticized aid intended for Puerto Rico, disputing the need for additional federal dollars 2 years after Hurricane Maria hit the island. The president is writing in recent tweets that Puerto Rico has received more than $90 billion of aid, but documents released by the White House said the number includes a significant amount of future aid. And media reports say the amount of actual aid that has reached the island is closer to only $11 billion. Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer responded in support of the island and additional funding needed in the Midwest, proposing a new bill.
We believe we all ought to pull together and help American citizens wherever they are. We have offered a bill now, Senator Leahy and I, that funds both the Midwestern areas that have been flooded and Puerto Rico.
However, Hurricane Maria survivor and meteorologist Caruska Horta Matos said that Puerto Rican people need much more support than they are being given.
Well, Hurricane Maria had a loss of over $43 billion impact on the island. So we definitely need an amount near that to help the recovery and make things better.
We will see in the following weeks if the bill introduced by the minority leader will pass and federal funds are directed to the affected areas. I'm Jesus Lopez reporting for Newscene.
What happens in a fictional world where bullied teenagers take justice too far? Audiences find out tonight with the opening of Heathers, the musical, at the Seville Theater on the campus of San Diego City College. Heathers is an action-packed show full of misbehaving teens, high school queen bees, and exploding tempers. In fact, here's how Claire Christie, who plays Heather, the leader of Westerberg's Mean Girls, introduces her character.
Well, I'm playing Heather Chandler, and she is the demon queen of high school. And she just owns the whole scene, and she knows her place, and she will punch you in the face.
This play is not for everyone. Director Katie Rada warns that the show contains adult themes and mature language.
There's a lot of crazy things that happen in this play. There's drug usage, there's alcohol, there's sex, there's murder, there's all sorts of stuff.
There's also stage combat, choreographed by assistant director Brody Gogatz, who describes the challenges of choreographing fights to a musical timing.
Because you had to have, the music has certain beats that you got to hit, like a certain punch or kick or whatever, and it's got to end at a certain time. So I really tried to come up with something that looked exciting, action-packed, funny.
Heathers is playing in the Seville Theater for April 20th, so make sure to check it out. Reporting for Newscene, this is Edgar Witkevich.
Well, that's all for today's show.
And for more information on Newscene and our RTVF classes, visit sdcitynewscene.com.
I'm Jesus Lopez.
And I'm Irie Lace.
Good night.
See you.